Hey, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Okay, and double honors to the elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to the fellow laborers of the hopeful elect, faith-based Israelites, people of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent, Israelite foreigners who live amongst the heathen nations around the four corners of the earth where they were scattered, but are Israelites through the father's side. Again, peace and shalom. Revelation 13 here. Revelation 13. We're getting closer and closer to this thing, man. It's getting closer and closer to this thing. And time's running short for this devil, so he's going to start making moves real fast. He's going to start making moves. And as you can see, the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, they're making moves, man. You know, and once that's cleared, it's in play. You can see that. It says precision neuroscience, and you know where this is headed. It's all headed to that charagma. Announced that a core component of its brain implant system has been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So these trials have been a huge success to these devils. Whatever those statistics are on the trials, it could be 1 out of 10 of a success. That's how the devil works, man. As long as there's a possibility of, then it'll get approved. The devil's the devil, man. But who knows the statistics or, the success rate, how they measure it. But anyway, who cares? And this is part of prophecy that was to come to pass. Anyway, the company is building a brain-computer interface that will eventually help paralyzed patients restore functions such as speech and movement. And just imagine the freaks that's gonna, just imagine how this technology and how bizarre the people are gonna look using it, man. Well, it don't matter as long as they can get up and, and play their role as Frankenstein. They don't care, man. Other prominent startups in the space include Elon Musk, Neuralink, and Synchron, which is backed by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and Microsoft co-founder Hales Gates. Neuralink start Precision Neuroscience on Thursday announced that a core component of its brain implant system has been approved by the U.S. Federal Drug Administration, a major win for the 4-year-old company. This is those miracles. This is part of those miracles that this devil's going to be working on. And remember, you have to understand that these miracles that this devil's performing is on the left-hand side. Okay? It's on the left-hand side. Especially if you go to the book of Acts, the apostles weren't using technology. They were using spiritual power. And that's pretty much those that are faith-based. Those who have hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, those are going to wait for that spiritual power. Because part of those acts were the apostles were healing. They were healing the sick and the maimed and the, and so on, the blind and so on. And you can read the book of Acts on your own if you haven't already. Which a lot of people haven't. Here I'm having a discussion with my demon's dad, man, her actual dad. And this motherfucker was trying to speak as if he's an expert on the Bible and haven't even read the whole Bible. But he's speaking on how the Lord looks and focuses on the women of the Bible, and even women they don't even mention in the Bible. He's looking for and digging for information that is totally irrelevant, But anyway, I ended up getting him and got him good. So he's probably pretty much vexed again. This is just he keeps coming at me thinking he's coming correct, where he's not looking to learn the truth. He's looking to learn the Christian values and the way I beat up the Christian doctrine and the Christian beliefs and the Christian way. I really pretty much destroyed him, man. But I got, he kept us cool, but I can tell he wanted off the phone, but it's all good. I had to give it to him the way you get, you got to give it to him, which I even told him, man, the way this conversation went, you didn't learn anything. And you weren't trying to learn anything because you already had it preconditioned in your mind not to listen. His whole, he thought he was going to do some teaching, but he got it. But, again, the whole point, these people are just not learning, man, and they're going to get caught up out here and walking into a pit. A blind lead the blind. They all gonna fall in that pit. He's blind when he's gonna fall into that pit, along with a whole lot of others who are not learning what's going on here. Literal biblical prophecies, man. I don't know where I was going with all that, but we're there. Let me grab this, show you what I mean. We're there. Revelation 13, those miracles. And I really want to see, if they haven't already posted them on the internet, mainly YouTube, those tests or trials, if you want to label them, with those, they using those brain implants and, what type of success. Esau records everything. He records everything. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And you ask them about any of that, and they won't have a clue what this is referring to. They won't have a clue, which again, you have to admit, some Christians are waking up because they're listening to the prophets and realizing that there's a direct correlation between America and the ancient Roman Empire. And they're actually waking up to that fact. But again, you find them, once you listen to them, they go off anyway. They still go off. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. That's what I wanted to hit. Those miracles.
Strong's G 4592. Semayon.
It says here, a sign, a mark, token, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. A sign, prodigy, important, an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature. Of signs portending remarkable events soon to happen. Of signs portending remarkable events soon to happen. Of miracles and wonders by which, it says God here, authenticates the men sent by him, or by which men prove that the cause they are pleading is God's. And you go down here to G491, an indication, especially ceremonially or supernaturally, miracle, sign, token, wonder. And the root of that, Semayon, is Semaino.
Strong's G 4591. Semaino.
To give a sign, to signify, indicate, to make known. And let me do this. Let me do this. Let me finish reading the scriptures first, though. And deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those, and deceiveth them. Okay, so there are those that ain't, man, I'm not going under the knife, you know. I'm not going under the knife. And you're not supposed to be going under no goddamn knife. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to go to the etymology and just hit up this word miracle. Hold on. I spelled it wrong. What's going on with this etymology, man? It's changed a lot. Come on. Oh, okay. A wondrous work from God. Miracle play from Latin, miraculum. Object of wonder. Wonder. To wonder at, marvel, be astonished. Marvel, figuratively to regard. Wonderful, astonishing, amazing. Amazing, early. Yes, these miracles that this devil has got the people in awe. They're going to have the people in awe. That's something that excites wonders and astonishment. And again, it's really who's Satan, you know, who's working through these people to do these things, these miracles. And doing that, let me do this here. Hit the word. Is it cuttings? Ye shall not make. Okay. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Jake don't care. The people gonna line up anyway.
Strong's H 8296.
Incision.
Seret.
Simple
and
as that. Incision,
second
man.
entry, Sareteth.
So here we go again. Here we go. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? So right there, you're just receiving the thing, man. You're just condemning yourself. First of all, you're not supposed to be having any cuttings in your face, in your hand, you know? And then that, you know, the worst of all, receiving technology, you know, receiving this devil's mark, man. You motherfuckers just can't get it right and ain't going to get it right. So you're going to find yourself being destroyed, burning. Period. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the name. And that's the funny thing, especially with the shutdown that happened at in 2020. They put the people in a point of desperation. That's the same thing that's going on now. You know? People are going to be desperate, man. Desperate, man. And that's all this devil's doing is controlling the people's emotions. He's mind fucking you. You know, you ungodly, you heathens, and you 2/3. He's mind fucking y'all. So he's creating this, so you have to line up. I'm like, man, I gotta eat, I gotta drink, I need them new Nikes, I need them new shoes, I need that new purse cause it's cheap now, Yeah, I can have all this name brand stuff cheap. I gotta have it, these women just like a child, man. They, once, and I personally think that through these prophecies, especially with this devil and what he's doing, that this image that he's going to present to the people, you receive it, and things going to be dirt cheap, man. You receive it and you can live good, especially with this universal basic income they plan on putting on the people, just so you can almost see exactly how it's going to happen. It's beautiful. It's biblical prophecies. But we're going to have to dig in and rely on our faith, man. The saints. You realize this on your own. They think they're doing a good work. But you should know better to trust anything, especially if this devil's offering it to you. The world's waking up to who the devil is. Well, you got to wake up that you can't trust this devil as well. You can read this on your own, though. So till next time, Lord willing, shalom.